Dave Booth here, Caliber Equipment, Vice President of Sales. And what I'd like to do today is just take a couple of minutes and talk about some of the newer products that Caliber Equipment is offering. And today we're going to talk about the floor scrubber line from Mach. Two of the models I have here to show you today, one is the model 710 and the other is the 810. Mach may be new here in the US, but they've been manufacturing since back in the 70s for over 35 years in Europe, and now they are coming to the US under the Mach name. Previously they were known under the Eureka name. Difference between the 710 is it has a 28-inch scrub path, and the 810 offers you a 32-inch cleaning path. The features and options that I'll talk about are available on both models, so it depends on the type of facility you're cleaning. That'll help dictate which of the models will be a best fit for you. Let me go through the 810 and show you a little bit about what makes the Mach machine unique in our industry. The model 810 again has a 32-inch scrub path, has two 16-inch brushes on the front. This holds about 20 gallons is your solution capacity, 23 gallons is your recovery. However, there's a number of features unique about this. First, we'll start at the front of the machine. As I said, you've got two 16-inch brushes, and on their machines for your splash guard, these float so that they keep the solution from splashing out, but they automatically adjust depending on the level of your floor. As I spin it around, you'll get a little better look here on the side. Large non-marking urethane tires, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, this machine is a 4-battery machine, and it's available in stainless steel. Now, what does that mean? There's a number of machines out there in the industry that talk about stainless steel fittings, which this does have. However, Mach has taken it a step further for those environments that are very caustic, that you can get the entire chassis in stainless steel as well as your squeegee tool. These are the areas that are going to be exposed to your corrosive chemicals, and Mach has given customers the option of how to deal with that and prolong the life of their machine. Secondly, this machine, many have two separate tanks, and what you're going to see on this particular machine is the entire body tips back off of the chassis, which is going to give you easy access for your battery maintenance, motors, and for servicing it. Now, different from other machines in the industry that have a similar design, you cannot lift them up when they're holding 10, 20 gallons. The weight is too much, and if you do, it'll tip back and it now becomes unsafe. So for servicing, you have to wait until you've emptied both your solution and or your recovery tank. But as you'll see, by simply moving two lock levers that are in there for safety, and this machine is about 3/4 full, so we've got about 15 gallons in it. I can easily pick this up, tip it back, and now I have complete access to my brush motors, actuator, my electrical system, and of course my batteries for maintenance. Now, as you notice, I was able to pick it up, and it is very solid, very sturdy. Other machines in the industry that have this similar single tank design, you can't pick it up, or if you do, there's a problem of it tipping back. Mach has addressed that. With the machine up in the air, you'll see that the entire chassis, this is all stainless steel. The whole chassis frame, the fittings, your squeegee tool, everything has been made out of stainless steel, which is going to make it more corrosive resistant as well as longevity in the life of the machine. Here on the front of the machine, you have your dual scrub brush motors. These are oversized to give you more power, more torque, and longer life. They've incorporated a larger actuator. This, of course, is the motor that runs the head up and down. This flexes. That way it can adjust to the contour of your floor for better scrub pressure. And just like the smaller machine, the brushes underneath are actually angled just a little bit, so as they spin, they're going to dig in and give you better cleaning performance. As I drop this back down, we're going to take a look inside of the recovery tank. Now, as I said, this is a single tank design, But as you see, once I open this up, gives you complete access to the dirty recovery tank. Again, models out there, the dirty water is picked up. Sometimes it's in the bottom of the machine where it's hard to clean and get to, or the top has got a very small access cover. What Mach has done is made it so that this lid can easily be opened, full access into the recovery tank. They've got it pitched so that all your dirty water drains out completely at the lowest spot. They've also designed it that the covers for servicing and maintenance can very simply be taken off the machine, cleaned, serviced, replaced, and then locked in with stainless steel fittings. The gasketing on it, these are not glued on. Some of the brands have them. What they've gone through is molded it. So over age and time, if it should get cuffed or torn, it can easily be peeled off and a new one easily replaced very simply and quickly. As you look inside of the dirty recovery tank, there's a couple things in here that are very unique, and Mach is the one that offers it. First of all, you've got your port where you're going to be filling it up. Comes with a stainless steel screen. That keeps any debris from getting into your clean tank. Number two, this is your recovery filter. What they've designed it is there's actually two float balls. One's heavier than the other. The problem with many machines, as the water floats back and forth, that it pushes the one ball up, which now cuts off your vacuum. So you don't have consistent drawing. They've got a second ball in here to keep it heavier so it can't lift up or foam until it is full, and then it lifts up to block off any water or dirty water going to your vac motor. The next thing, very important, is they have a filter, which is right now. Again, this is all stainless steel, a very fine mesh. This is sitting right over the vacuum motor, designed to protect dust, dirt, and foam from getting down into your vac motor, which is the number one reason vacuum motors fail. So they've addressed that problem with a reusable, cleanable stainless steel filter, and that seals it off so I don't get dust and foam into the vac motor. Next thing they've done, made it easier to fill the machine up. They have incorporated a fill hose. Often when you go to fill the machine, you can't get to the hose, you don't have access to it. This is built into it. It's rubber. I take it, put it onto a standard faucet, turn on my water, I fill it up, and when I'm done, it stores right in with the machine. Last thing we're going to look at here is this filter down here. This is for recycling. Now, most facilities, whether it's 10, 20, 30 gallons, once you use up your solution and detergent, you have to dump and refill. That costs you money and time. Most facilities today, hospitals, healthcare, commercial, even industrial, they're not that dirty. You can reuse the water. So what Mach has done to address that is they have a recycling system. Most detergents, it goes on the floor and it's picked right up. The detergent is still active. It can still clean your floor. So what they've done is they've added another filter down here. All stainless steel, super fine mesh. So as the dirty water comes into the tank, as the dirty tank fills up, there's a button that I can hit, and now a valve changes because I've used up my initial clean water, and now I can reuse this. This can double and triple your runtime as far as cleaning the floor before you have to go dump and refill. Saves you water, and it saves you chemical costs, and most importantly, time for your employees. This machine, very ergonomic, meaning I can steer and hold it with the hand grips, and very simply by pushing or pulling the controls, I can transport it forward and reverse. And of course I have a speed control up on top and an emergency stop in the event of a problem that I need to stop right away. Another safety feature they built into it is they have a pad here. As I back up, if I hit a wall and hit this, it automatically reverses the machine. Designed for safety. As we look across the back of the machine, our onboard charger is right here with my plug, so I can plug it into any outlet. I've got an adjustment so I can change the height of my control center depending on the height of the operator. It has a parking brake here. so that if I'm leaving the machine unattended, I can make sure that it's locked in place, that there can't be any accidents. Also, if you'd look, they've molded into the tanks a place, number one, to put the sight tube where I can keep track of how much clean water is in the tank. And it goes up with the filling of the tank there. But it's molded in so it can't fall out, and less clips and hooks that normally break on other models. On this side we have our drain hose. Same idea. Simple drain hose comes off. I can bend this over to slow down the flow, squeeze it depending on my drain. When I'm done, it tucks in very neatly, again built into the mold of the machine. As we work our way down, what you're going to see is, as I said, this is all stainless steel on this particular model. You've got two adjustments for your squeegee. A dry floor is very important, A, for the suction, B, the type of rubber and how it sits on the floor. What Mach has done is given us two adjustments. One, to adjust the level or the pitch of the blades. Number two is the down pressure. Certain floors are a little bit rougher, not even, so I can adjust this part. And that way I can adjust how hard I need the squeegee to push down on the floor for better drawing on rough floors and tile floors. And then that just hooks right back on there. Okay, now let's take a minute and we'll just talk about the controls of how this machine operates. Very user-friendly, very easy to operate. You have a simple key switch, speed control for the speed of it, and an emergency cutoff. Up here, as you can see, the operator can control the flow, either if I need a lot of solution and soap on the floor for very dirty, or I can easily cut it back. It also gives me a way to take off the brushes, so when I'm done scrubbing and I want to change brushes or pads, by hitting this button they automatically drop off of the machine. I can then change, service them, slide them back underneath, and then the head will drop down and they'll reload. As we work across, that engages the scrub head, so if I push that, the deck automatically lowers, and now it's ready to scrub. If I need heavier down pressure, I can hit that button. This one is going to turn on the vac motor. That turns on the vacuum. Very quiet machine, so it can be used in many environments. When I shut it off, it goes through a delay and stops. Ecosystem, that's what talks about that recycling. So on this particular model, it is an option, but by hitting that, we now would start taking the water we've picked up, filter it out, and be able to use it on the floor again. Last thing they do show you is you got a warning light here in the event that something were to overload the drive system, something gets wrapped around the wheels, something jams it, it's going to flash so that the operator doesn't damage it. The last thing about this model is the flow rate. However I have this set, when I'm at full speed, I'm getting the consistent flow of solution to the floor. However, when I slow down and I'm moving it at a slower pace, it automatically slows down the flow of solution because I'm in a turn or a slower area. So now I have better control of the cleaning process of my solution. So as you can see, there's a lot of features and specific benefits that the Mach line brings to the marketplace. For more information or any questions, please give us a call. Call Caliber Equipment. Our number is 888-550-0945. And thanks for watching.